Omri here, and welcome to another video. I got a new haircut. What do you think? I had so much fun filming yesterday's video. It was the standing series out of the Bikram practice. Today I'm back to the vinyasa, but I was gearing towards the peak pose that you'll see at the end, something pretty unique, pretty special. It was inspired by a friend of mine who's a performer, and we've been working for a while together on contouring and getting our bodies into kind of different shapes that are beyond the scope of what you would consider classical yoga. And this is a wonderful example of one of those moves that you can take all the things that you learn from the yoga practice, the move, the flexibility, the strength, and you can apply it and become more creative and more playful with your own movement and your own body to make it your own thing. It was a lot of fun to film. It was also a little challenging to get there. I didn't really know I was going to get there, but as I kept moving and changing and shifting into what my body was telling me I needed in the moment, I could feel that it would end up being a balancing posture or heavy lifting posture. I love balancing postures. I think they are so fun. I also think that you have to get to a certain level in order to hold them safely and to be able to then in the posture have enough overhead to play around and have some fun with it. Thanks as always for watching. Have a great day everyone. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
If you've been to my class before, you'll know this from experience, but no two sequences of mine are the same. I actually don't plan what I'm going to teach until I step into the room. And the same goes for when I do my own practice. I don't really plan on what's going to happen. I move into different postures and I ask myself, what resources do I have in the moment? And what directions I can take this practice today. This back bend, for example, today felt a little deep, a little too much. Felt okay to begin with, but then once I was all the way in, and here I'm continuing, it felt a little too much today. I pulled back. If something feels too heavy for me or too demanding or just it's not the right time for that body part, I'm not getting the kind of feedback that I need from the muscle, I tend to pull back a little bit, especially because this is not a competition, this is not a performance, this is training, this is my daily routine. And the daily routine, as I said, I don't really have a set sequence, but the routine is in the getting on the mat and moving and trying to listen to my body. And this concept of listening to the body, I think, is very important because at the end of the day, the practice is supposed to serve whatever it is that you're going through physically. And if you learn how to use the tools, the yoga tools, the movements, the sequences, the shift in the balance, the shift in the energy, the shift in the attention, if you learn how to take these subtleties and apply them to any posture, it can become just a wonderful playground in which you can just practice movement and challenge yourself every day. Find something new to work on, find something to reinforce. And this spine twist here is something I haven't done in a long time, but I have been revisiting the Bikram series. I'm just adding a little spin here at the end with the bind from behind, the leg out. But what was interesting in this spine twist is on the other side. When I got my arm behind me and tried to grab my inner thigh, it was a lot harder than the first side, which was surprising for me in the moment. The full bind went fine. It felt like that side of my lower back is not twisting as much as it should. It felt like there was more there in the back from behind as I was reaching for it. So that was something I registered in the moment. And then as I moved here for the forward fold, I feel like I needed a little balance, and that's this thing where I just lifted myself off the floor. That's the strength in the armpits and the lats and the triceps and the shoulders. I'm moving on into the sequence. I like to stay in the warrior 2 position or a extended B position and then just get the arms to move around. And as you see, it looks really fun and funny when the arms change directions, when the rest of the body stays the same. And here I'm doing the preparation for that pose I told you about at the beginning. I was gonna try to balance up there and kick the leg out at a 90-degree angle and maintain the straight line, and it did not work on this leg. It was surprising. I thought to myself, wow, that's actually something interesting. And what led me to it is if you look, when I get the bind from behind me, my bind goes really deep. It goes through my front of my inner thigh to a point where it can support the leg. I started this side facing the wall just because that's where it ended, but I figured out the leg could straighten out, so I wanted to show you where I changed to the other direction. And then here, there we go. And it looks pretty good. All right, that's to relax the back and let everything go. And I'm closing it up for today. Thanks for joining, everybody. See you tomorrow.